Welcome to this Intro to Moves video. In this video, we will take a look at Moves GUI, the graphical user interface, as well as completing an exercise inside Moves. This video is basically a video version of a document provided by EPA, which is also linked in the description if you would like to learn more about Moves and about this video. So without further ado, let's dive right in. The top is where the menu sits, and the left side is for the navigational panel. Clicking on a menu item reveals a drop-down menu where we can choose more options. File. Choices under File include New, Open, Close, Save As, Print. They're all referred to the run spec. Print will print the XML version of the run spec, not a screenshot. Your latest saved run specs are also listed. Saved run specs can be reloaded and run again or edited. Under the Edit menu, you will see Cut, Copy, Paste, and Clear. These are standard commands for manipulating text, only available in text entry sections of Moves run spec. Processing. It creates input databases for your local data. It also contains templates to ensure that the data is correctly formatted. Action has Execute, Stop, Pause, Resume, and Moves Run Error Log database. Execute basically runs the moves if the run spec is actually completed. Stop terminates anything that is running. Pause actually pauses the moves run in progress. Resume, as you would assume, it resumes a moves run. And then Moves Run Error Log basically displays an error log of the selected output database. Post-processing. This option is only available once a moves run is completed successfully. First, run MySQL script on output databases. This allows you to run further analysis on the output that you've received. Second, we have run MySQL script on non-road output database. Then we have produce summary report, which we will look at later on in this video. Lastly, we have produce state/county map, which basically displays a run spec output in color or grayscaled maps. Tools. Under Tools, we have multiple run spec creator. This is used to execute a batch of similar moves runs. Then we have process done files. It's an advanced tool not recommended for most users, related to how moves is configured for network. Then we have convert moves 2014 county or project input into moves 2014A. It's in the name. It converts anything from moves 2014 version to moves 2014A as long as they are compatible. And then the same thing for the other convert options. Under settings, you can configure moves. It allows the user to set up the basic moves operating configuration. Lastly, we have help. Under this, you can go to Moves website and other documents, as well as learn more about moves under About Moves section. Here you see the navigation panel. It is used to set up your run spec. Run spec specifies the scale, location, time period, alternate data, and output preferences of a moves run. Okay, now that you know a little bit about the user interface, we will continue with our exercise. In this exercise, we will run and create a run spec to answer the following question. How much total HC was emitted from on-road vehicles in Lake County, Indiana in a typical summer day in 2015? Here you see a description panel. This allows for the user to describe the run spec. It allows for details like location, time period, pollutant type, or whatever else is unique about the run. Just a heads up, if there's 5,000 characters of text that is the limitation is set to, no quotation marks, ampersand, or backslashes characters are allowed. On the scale panel, the user selects model type, on-road or non-road, domain/scale, it could be national, county, or project, and then calculation type. Would it be inventory or emission rates? So for our example, we will choose on-road for the model type, domain/scale we will choose national scale, and calculation type we will choose inventory. Time spans panel. This allows you to figure out what time period should moves calculate the emissions. All 5 sections of this panel must be completed. For our particular run, we will select hour, and then for year we will select 2015 and then click add. For month, select July. Days, select weekdays, and hours, click select all. The geographic bounds panel. For what geographic area should moves calculate emissions? Since we selected national in the scale panel, we can choose nation, state, or county. National scale refers to use of national default data rather than area to be modeled. For our run, we will choose region and select county. Highlight Indiana from the select of states, scroll down to highlight Lake County and click add. On-road vehicle equipment panel. What type of vehicle do you want to include? For most analysis, all valid gasoline, ethanol, diesel, and CNG vehicle combination should be used. For our run, we will select under fuels, diesel fuel, ethanol E85, and gasoline. Hold Control button to select multiple fuel at one time. Source use types, we will select light commercial truck, passenger car, passenger truck. Click add fuel / type combinations. Also select fuels, compressed natural gas, diesel fuel, gasoline, and source type transit bus. Click add fuel / type combination. Road type panel. Generally select all type panels unless there's a specific reason not to. For our purposes, we will do the same. Click select all and then add. And make sure do not check provide separate ramp output. Pollutants and process panel. Which pollutants and which emissions processes are you modeling? More pollutants / processes will increase your runtime at the end. Some pollutants processes simulation selections automatically select certain road types. Some pollutants and processes are chained together. Clicking select prerequisites will automatically select required pollutants and processes. For our run, we will choose total gaseous hydrocarbons by clicking the box all the way to the left, which selects all the processes. The Manage Input Datasets panel is not needed for our exercise. Just by clicking the panel, you will see a green check mark. Now expanding strategies and clicking Rate of Progress. This allows the user to identify the run spec as a ROP run, which will estimate emissions as if the 1990 Clean Air Act amendments had not been implemented. So for our run, we will simply click on the panel and a green check mark will appear. Moving on to output panels. It has 2 sub-panels. First, general output. What output database do you want moves to put the results in? And as well as what units do you want to output? Second, we have output emissions detail. What level of details do you want moves to report? For our run under general output, we will type lake_2015_training_output as seen on the screen. Then we will click create database. You should see a pop-up which says output database successfully created. Simply click OK. After that, select the units. Mass units, make it gram. Energy units, joules. Distance units, miles. For activity, select distance traveled and population. Under the output emissions details, several choices can be made on this panel. For instance, for what time period do you want the results? For what geographic area? Do you want emissions broken down, for example, by fuel type, emissions process, or vehicle type? The instructions for our run is that always options will already be populated. For all vehicle/equipment categories, select fuel type and emissions process. For on-road/off-road options, select road type and source use type. Advanced Performance Feature Panel. This is not used in most cases. The Master Loopable Components section can be used with batch runs. Options toward the bottom of the panel are for diagnostic work, and their use is strongly discouraged. So now that you've created your run spec, you'd like to save it before executing just in case anything goes wrong. So you can hit File, Save, and then save it to your desired location with the desired name. Now, Moves needs your permission to actually begin the run. Simply click on Action menu and then Execute. When prompted to save the run specifications, simply click No, as we've already done so in the previous step. If the whole process was followed correctly, it should take us about 10 minutes to finish. When running the simulation, a DOS window will produce significant amount of text. If any error occurs, this text may be able to help you understand what happened and where you went wrong, which is saved under moves log.txt. Once the run is complete, you will see a pop-up saying run has ended. Output database was lake_2015_training_out. Just simply hit OK, and now we will go into how to retrieve the results. First, through MySQL Workbench, which is more flexible, and second, we have Moves Post-Processing Summary Report, which is a lot quicker and easier, so we will go down that route for this simulation. From the post-processing menu, select Produce Summary Report. A pop-up appears. Select Emissions Process to report. Select Default All Processes and simply click OK. The next screen will be used to select run number, categories, and data items reported. It will be used to specify the base portion of table names used to store various portions of the report. Optional, but if not changed, the report will be overwritten next time. For our run, click Add All under Run Numbers. Under Categories, select Source Type ID and click Add. Under Data Items, select Total Hydrocarbons and click Add, and then simply click OK. The summary. Now this tab provides the output data from the moves run. This tab provides the descriptions of the moves IDs. With this, we will conclude this video, and I hope this was a little bit of help, giving you more insight into moves and understanding and running a simple simulation. Again, this is a video version of a document provided by the EPA. I will be linking that in the description below, as well as other modules that can give you more insight into moves. And thank you for watching.